should give you the last day's look. My favorite.
He couldn't put a shirt on to apologize.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey.
Oh yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 943 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, May 16th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. We've got lovers, sinners, pizza providers, Jason Momoa, Twitch streamers, free weed, black holes, family lawsuits, and a shitload more than that. So very packed. But first, how's your weekend, fellas?
Pretty good.
Good?
If I'm being honest, terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been great over here. At my house, there's been a stomach bug passing through first the baby, then my wife, and she just got through it, and she was like projectile vomiting. The baby was projectile vomiting. I think if I'm probably next in line.
It's good for the fatathon.
It's coming for you.
Probably.
It's coming
Good
for you,
for-
and then it's
bad for
coming
everything
for
else.
me. It's coming for me because we know these illnesses usually work their way from Asia right
Right to babies.
to the
Yeah.
right.
So is that what's going on at your? Is that what ruined your weekend, Pat?
No,
was,
just
was
had,
it baby sickness or?
yeah, got this dang mental illness. Been dealing with my whole life. So just a depressive weekend for no reason.
Yeah.
Just the blues, huh?
Just a beautiful life in front of me, and me looking at it, being like, oh,
No.
yeah.
yeah.
But I'm over it.
Okay, well that's good.
So
Feeling better today, huh?
I don't know if everyone in my house is over, but I'm over it.
You should go bowling. Wes and I went bowling. That was fun.
Yeah. Where'd you guys go?
Saturday night. The
lanes over there by the house?
Westgate lanes, but yeah, right over there.
Oh, so Wes can go bowling, but he can't come to work the next day, huh?
That's right. He beat me the first game, and I beat him the second game because his shoulders. He's a really good bowler, but his shoulders like throwing out, so like he has no stamina anymore. So you just
Wes
gotta-
loves to bowl, man. That guy loves.
He's
to
a big
bowl.
bowler.
he-
And I'm
he
just
does.
fucking around. He's at his other job, so
Yeah.
just busting his balls.
He
What
was
do you mean
like
his shoulders going out though?
He said he's gonna have to get surgery. He can't.
From
move.
what?
He said he can't even wipe his
From
own
bowling?
ass with his right hand.
From
Bowling too
what?
much?
From bowl- yeah, he was like he was like I haven't been bowling in forever. It's been like a month, and I was
Bowling
like,
is his other favorite activity.
I hadn't bowled in like 5 years
From what?
from bowling. Yeah,
That right arm gets a workout.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
for sure. So yeah, it was okay over here. I got a little bit of sun again. Sorry about the.
Good.
So,
Oh, I'm
Yeah, everybody.
fine.
I got some sun too. I was like a little burnt. I had to
yeah,
apply the lotion Saturday night.
you know it.
Yeah.
I had a rough.
Got-
mental,
saw some
I had a
cool
rough
ass
mental
Burning
day
Man
like Friday, and then turned
statues
around Saturday.
around.
So I feel you.
Turn it
mental stuff.
around.
Yeah.
Turn it around. You know what I
Well, this news, the cream of the crop's not going to turn it around for anybody. But what? Yeah, go ahead, Pat.
What'd you
did?
do, Pat?
I took the thermostat into my own hands this weekend.
Oh, that's a powerful move. That's
Mm-hmm.
it makes you feel good though. That should up your mental health.
No, because it's point of contention. But yeah, I mean,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Mhm.
because if it's a controversial takeover,
Do you
yeah.
like it hot or cold?
I mean, I just like it not 82.
Right.
Cold.
my house.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Yep.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, as long as it's not 82, I'm okay.
I'm Team Pat on below hot, Inferno.
I sweat at
temperatures.
70, so
Yes.
I'm with John Goodman on this one. If it could
Yeah.
be 55, I'd like it.
I usually keep it 69 during the day as a gag because that's a cool number, and then at night it goes significantly below that.
See,
for
but I'll
sleep.
tell you
Yeah.
what, man, energy costs here in New Jersey are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, just like disgust. Like my house to cool or heat my house costs as much as it costs to cool or heat your house or more, Mark.
Right.
And your house is twice the size of my apartment.
Right.
Luckily, in the desert, it
That
gets
sucks.
cold every night. It gets down to like 40, even if it's like 100 or
82. Come on. That's
82?
That's ridiculous.
82? No, wouldn't even. No, sorry.
You guys want to hear the horrible truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
We have all sorts of stuff today. People being trampled to death, mass shootings, the worst supply chain issue yet, and maybe a new interstellar living option. That's
You
good.
say math shootings?
Yeah. They added up.
That'd be
you
better.
Know what I mean? You walked into that one. No, mass shootings. But first, a fun fact. What does the moon and a grocery store in Buffalo have in common?
I don't know.
They have a lot of impact craters on it. Yeah.
You're on the right path. They both smell like gunpowder. The
Okay,
dust
there
that
you
covers the moon's floor, surface of the floor smells like gunpowder. And you'll see why I chose that fact and to liken the two, because more to come on both the moon and the grocery store right now. Let's get right into it. A complete psychopath drove multiple hours to a supermarket in Buffalo to kill people, specifically black people, it seems. 13 people were shot and 10 are dead. I think like 11 of the shot were black, 2 white. This loser had a manifesto, of course, and described himself as a white supremacist and live streamed the massacre on Twitch. The only other facts about the shooter I'd care to give are he's a cunt, he's a loser, he's a dickhead, he has no soul, and fuck him. So
Yes.
yeah.
All of those.
One last thing. The human skid mark received a mental health evaluation last year and was evaluated by police after making threat at his high school last year. So there were warnings.
It seems like in all these cases there are.
He's able to get a gun legally, though, probably.
He bought it like a assault rifle at like a show. I
Yeah,
think.
the loophole.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's terrible. There's all these guys have had run-ins before. It seems like whenever something
have.
horrible happens, there's
Virginia
just
Tech,
always
where I was at when the mass shooting happened,
history,
there were signs, there were warnings from teachers.
So they just need to. I mean, you gotta figure out how to because
It'll never happen though.
Yeah. Well,
these hateful pieces of shit do this stuff for all kinds of different reasons. They come up with all kinds of causes for their manifestos.
Yep.
And then
it's not always the same cause.
This one's obviously
white
horrible.
Supremacy.
White supremacy,
but it's not always right.
History of the United States, that's extra horrible. But they always have. I mean, any mass killer has hatred that is unfathomable for normal people, and they can make it out of any issue they want to make a manifesto.
Close to the commonality. Most of them, I think, are like incels into video games, don't have a lot of friends or girlfriends. But I mean, what do we need to do to stop these psycho mass shooters?
Yeah, there's an epidemic of hate.
Delete their speed run scores or high score video games in the arcade. Would that make them?
We need to disembark business from an amendment. That's what we need to do. There's a certain amendment and a certain business that's hitched themselves to that amendment, and therefore that business cannot be regulated.
We have too many gun. Like that's. I mean,
you're never going to get rid of the Second Amendment altogether.
There's too many guns in America for that.
But I don't know how you.
And you can always get them illegally.
You can't affect change when the the gun industry is like, well, they're coming at the Second Amendment right now.
But guns aren't the only problem in this situation.
They're the biggest problem in terms of government.
They're the tool. But look at the guy in Waukesha who ran everybody down with a minivan. I mean, hate is the problem.
I agree. They're not the only problem, but they are a well-funded lobbying son of bitch organization.
For sure. But you're never going to get realistic.
Too many guns
in the Bill of Rights. You're never going to get rid of it. So
it's not going to change.
How are we going to figure it out?
I got an idea. Let's come up with harsher punishments than like death or life in prison. Something that would deter them, even though they're insane. Something extremely cruel and unusual, maybe for people that are caught red-handed. Because I know some people are, charged and they're innocent potentially, and you don't want to torture someone that might be innocent. But this guy was caught red-handed. Let's torture this guy, right? I don't know.
Well, something. And all these people who get like warning signs before, there's got to be a better solution than just like noting
there's
it
a way
down
to
and
deter
never
them
doing anything
with a live stream of this guy's dick getting split again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
That would send a message.
Oh yeah, people wouldn't do it. People wouldn't do it if they knew that they were going to get their dick split open every day.
I still want to do the mandatory hand jobs by 13.
It's nice of you. I think it needs to be a little harsher. I don't think we should reward these losers. I think we should, scare them.
No, before you know who's going to be to turn into this or not, you just make sure they all get a handy once, and then that way maybe they won't be so mad at the world. I don't know.
Let's talk about the victims.
Unfathomable.
Fuck this guy, right? Beginning today, New York state flags will be flown at half-mast in honor of the victims, and they will remain there until all the victims are laid to rest. One of the victims, Aaron Salter Jr., was a retired a recently retired Buffalo police officer. He was now working as a security guard at the Tops grocery store in Buffalo on Saturday, and he bravely confronted and shot at the human queef mass shooting scumbag. Aaron Salter Jr. was killed in the gunfire exchange, as were 6 other people in the grocery store and 3 prior in the parking lot. Salter's son, Aaron Salter III, said, "I always knew my dad was brave. He was a hero. He had previously faced other psychopaths head on, like arsonist he chased down as a cop, and a guy who tried to rob a store with a shotgun that he confronted. He would always go toward the bad guys in emergencies, which is what you want from a cop and security guard." Other victims, she's a RIP. Other victims included 86-year-old Ruth Whitfield, who was just stopping in to get something to eat after visiting her husband in a nursing home. Also, 77-year-old Pearlie Young, who was a mother and grandmother and ran a food pantry for 25 years that every weekend, every Saturday, gave out free food to people in Central Park that needed it. 72-year-old Catherine, or Cat Massey, was killed. She was an influential civil rights activist in Buffalo. 68-year-old Deacon Hayward Patterson was killed. He was working as a jitney driver, picking up shoppers and driving them home for people that couldn't get to the grocery store themselves. He was seen here with his wife, Terza, and was an avid member of the church, as you can tell by him being a deacon. 65-year-old Celestine Steeny Cheney also was killed. She was a grandmother. She's seen here with her son, who said he went to the grocery store with her almost every single time and wished he had that this time to protect her, but he didn't. So he learned of her death from a screenshot of the monster's live stream on Twitch. And then 32-year-old Roberta Drury, who survived by brothers and sisters and a mother and father. She was recently helping her brother recover from a bone marrow transplant and was the life of the party. So there's 7 of the 10 victims. I couldn't find information on the other 3.
You got to drink this guy's tears every day. You got to figure out a way to make him cry every day, and then bottle those tears, and then drink those tears in front of him. That's what I mean.
We got to stop making these fucking people. What is it about society that's creating these fucking guys? Dylan Roof,
unwanted
guy who did this at Vegas. The fucking
shitty parenting. Kids that never should have been born in the first place.
Something is happening.
Kids that should have been aborted.
Okay, well, Pat, all of your political causes, right? That's the reason why this is happening. Sure.
No,
I think
I'm willing to do something.
We need to take a fucking serious look at it and not just from our own biased lenses.
I'm talking about that.
Okay.
We do need to take a look at it. I don't know the answers.
A non-serious look at it is, oh man, it'll work itself out. Or thoughts and prayers.
It definitely won't work itself out. Something needs to be done.
Why is there so much hatred engendered in this America? It's a serious fucking problem.
Well,
you take away guns. First of all, people will always get guns in America, and even if you took them away, they'd figure out other ways. The people that hate people this much would figure out ways to kill other people.
Guns aren't going to go away. Guns are a part of it for sure, but other things are a part of it too. Mental health, hatred, whatever. There's a lot going on, and it's not getting better, it's getting worse. Really sad and senseless stuff coming out of Buffalo this weekend. Oh wait, 21 people were shot in Milwaukee after the Bucks game. It looks like this weekend. I don't think anyone died, but 21 people were shot. 2 were killed in a shooting in Harris County, Texas, at a flea market this weekend. 1 dead there, 2 dead there, and then 1 was killed and 5 injured in a Laguna Beach shooting, in another sad shooting. And then once again, more than 20 people were shot in Chicago this past week. Because it's Chicago.
Because it's Chicago, and that's just that's like a low to average.
That's that different kind of violence, right. that neighborhood on neighborhood violence, the good old fashioned violence that America's based on.
It's all bad. It all sucks. Let's move on to the moon stuff I teased earlier. Shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Nerd scientists have successfully grown plants in moon soil for the first time ever. That's awesome, right? We can grow plants on the moon now.
On Earth though, right?
But it was brought back from Apollo 11 and 13.
Okay.
So this was officially from the moon. It was moon soil. Maybe they can send psychopaths that are serving life in prison for, shooting 13 people up there to either die in a horrible space death in transit, or serve a lifetime of hard labor terraforming the moon and then push their body out to space to die when they become physically useless.
It's a great
point,
That would
be a good usage of these people instead of putting them in prisons and wasting our tax money. Let's go have them fucking terraform planets for us on hard labor.
What you should do is just let Elon have his way.
Yeah, give them to him. Give all these people to him on Mars.
If you fuck up in life, you just donated to Elon Musk's causes.
I agree.
Your body is.
I mean,
that would scare people away from it.
Yeah. Send them out of this earth.
You're
gone.
You're just a monkey in a spacesuit working for Elon Musk.
Off to moon or Mars you go to build a better world. The findings revealed that almost all of the seeds placed in the lunar soils sprouted, which leads me to believe they just never really tried this before. They did say that, quote, the plants from the moon soil were smaller than the control plants from Earth soil, much like our muscles and sex drive.
I get it.
Yeah, compared to other guys, lower muscle and sex drive. All right, what else happened this weekend? How about several people were trampled at a concert after a panicked crowd falsely believed they heard gunshots. Several people at the ironically named Lovers and Friends Festival were hospitalized for injuries after they were stomped and trampled when a large group of festival goers thought they heard gunshots and made a break for it.
Idiots. What idiots?
They made a break for it into a giant crowd of people.
Right.
And then ran over the fallen people.
Nice work, guys.
Yeah.
Learn to identify gunshots, you fucking idiots. Come on.
Just don't run into people, maybe. Don't stampede people.
Those crowd things are tough because once the critical mass
one
gets
asshole
going,
does
it's just
it.
like
one guy that doesn't know his gunshots starts.
That guy's an idiot.
One little dummy that's never been in a mass shooting.
You don't need to like drop everything. It's like George Costanza in Seinfeld being a coward and running when he hears, no one likes a coward. So just maybe cooler heads than stampeding. Fun little mass panic concert event there. Usher had to eventually come out and calm down the crowd by offering them Usher bucks while he performed. USHERBUCKS. Who wants Usher bucks? Who's still alive out there?
At the merch tent.
Yeah, you can spend them at the hospital.
And then the rest of the crowd trampled whoever wasn't dead yet as they
also performing at the concert at the Las Vegas Festival grounds, the scene where pretty close probably to the Vegas shooting, was Lauryn Hill, Ludacris, Lil Jon, Mario, Nelly, Monica, TLC, and thank God not Travis Scott, said Travis Scott's PR rep.
Yeah, not at that one.
Wait, Travis wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
What's the damage? What was the injury count?
No one died, but like a bunch of people had to go to the hospital because they got their head stepped on and their arms broken and shit. Yeah. Like they had to like just send a bunch of people to the hospital, because they got trampled.
Probably a pretty hot weekend there too.
They got lucky. No one died.
Probably 82.
Yeah.
Would be at least.
Like
at least.
All right. Enough of that fun stuff. Let's head on to the final story.
The cream of the crop!
More bad news. I don't want to downplay racism, death, and tragedy, but I have some news that will negatively impact every single man, woman, and child. Yeah, it's bad. We have a shortage. Whoa. It's bad. We have a shortage of something again, but this one is worst of all. Worse than baby formula, worse than gas, worse than water or air, which inevitably that's probably going to happen at some point.
Yeah, big time.
That's the end game, Mark.
Yeah.
That's the full
that's coming.
That's the full Great Reset or whatever.
We'll have bullets to drink, though.
People say.
There'll be plenty of ammo, but no air.
Well, you'll need the ammo to get the air or the water.
You have to trade. You have to barter for air.
I'll trade you this one bullet.
Yeah, for air. You idiot. Then he shoots
this
you.
One well-placed bullet.
And then he shoots you and takes his air back. That'd be a bad trade. We have an official shortage of pizza delivery drivers.
Well, we got the robots.
We're going to get to that, Pat. Quote.
Not soon enough, Pat. Not soon enough. You don't.
It's the best job I've ever had in my fucking life.
I know. I'm getting to that too. You're all over this story. Domino's CEO Richard Allison said back in March, quote, delivery driver staffing may remain a significant challenge in the near term. And then Domino's forced him to retire on May 1st for being too honest. And Domino's has a new CEO who probably won't be as honest with you on why you can't have your pizza delivered in a timely fashion anymore at all on the weekends.
If you order even like DoorDash or Uber Eats, you've seen this because like the times on the weekends have just been like insane. Like you
don't try at night.
It's an hour to get any meal.
Don't try
delivered.
At night.
Right.
I've had canceled at night. They're just like, fuck you, this line's too long.
Right. You might not even get your fucking order through.
Dude, the canceling and then like apps like fucking Favor which is it's Texas local,
Yep.
but they don't have good enough tech.
Right.
So they just update
They don't tell you why.
Okay, so let's say there's a 6-step situation between you ordering the food and your food arriving at your door. The first 3 steps, whether they get any feedback data or not, they're saying that the steps are moving forward. So they just automatically move the steps forward. For example, finding you a driver. Driver at the store. Driver's not at the fucking store. There's no driver, but they automate it. And then all of a sudden, the window has closed for you to be able to actually get food because everything has fucking closed.
Yeah,
all the
that's
stores
the
have closed.
When you get your order canceled into closing time is
Oh my
the
God,
worst.
dude.
I had a funny favorite one.
Makes me
That's
want to get
happening
out
more
there
and
and
more.
fucking.
I had a funny favorite one a couple weekends ago. It was not at night, and the thing wasn't updating correctly. And it came eventually. I ordered like Dunkin' Donuts coffee or something to wake up in the morning after like a hangover. And eventually, like after an hour and a half, I like texted the guy. I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, and then he like got back to me with like a weird response. And then all of a sudden, the food was at the door, but it was on step 2 of 6. And I was like, "What?" and then so like I called him and I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "No hablo English." He didn't speak any English. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Well, you got to like press the button on the app or you're not going to get paid." So like it took like 3 hours of me like coaching him through it to move to the 6th step to find
Oh, man.
Anyways,
You tell him to come back. You do it for him.
no, I should have.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, yeah. So that's the delivery world right now, though. They literally don't have drivers.
Yeah, less and less people want to work in the greatest industry there is, Pat. The restaurant biz, and even less want to work as delivery drivers. It's sad, really, because those are the jobs that teach you the most about life. First of all, in the restaurant industry, you're going to get laid by your coworkers.
Oh my God,
and
so
or their
laid.
friends.
You're
It's
going to be
amazing.
catching HPV left and right.
Absolutely.
You know what's funny about this, guys? People are actually not working these jobs because there are work from home jobs available. So what's
Yeah, but
happening is that
the
is
restaurant
basically
business is
people
the
are
best.
quitting
It's like
jobs
homeschool versus
that
public
get you
school. learn
laid
so
and
much
have
social.
fun
Yeah.
to now be a hermit at home because you
Right.
loved COVID so much.
Well,
That's
they're losing so
what's
many social
happening.
skills. Yeah. Like you get laid, and then also you get to go to all like the secret like late night industry only parties or kick ass apartment
You'll
parties.
get to try blow.
Probably not house parties, but apartment parties,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
No way any of those fuckers
No.
got a house.
No.
But I could be a digital marketing rep for this NPO from my couch.
Yeah, and
that
jerk
is
off.
my dream come true.
Yeah. Because that's what you're gonna have to do. And then in the delivery biz, you're
that's
gonna be able
what's
to you're gonna be able to listen to cool music and not have to deal with people and probably be stoned 24 hours a day. Like, come on.
Dude, it's the only job that you can just be high. One of the only jobs you can just be high all the time, and no one
People
cares.
will give you weed
People are like,
as a tip.
Fuck yeah, you're
People
high.
give you weed
awesome.
as a tip when you deliver your fucking pizza. To
I
them.
bet this must have been so hard for you to deliver this food because
I
you're
don't
so
really
high
get
and
it. Yeah,
hungry.
you're gonna need to get high.
And I appreciate it.
I don't really get
And you
what's
also
going
get to
on.
snack.
Yeah.
You also get to snack in the kitchen all the time too. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
if
bro.
there's any-
Oh, and you take
like, I
pizza
mean,
home every
You
night.
think
Yeah,
you're
so
leaving
much
without a
pizza.
pizza at the end of
Yeah.
every night? Then you're fucking stupid.
Oh, you
the
make your
best
own
pizza. It's like a creative pizza.
You're
Yeah.
ready to go.
I mean, like in 2006 or 5, I was bringing in $14.50 an hour.
Mhm.
God knows what they're bringing in
pretty
today.
good.
$22.50.
it's got to be
probably.
great because I
Yeah.
tip great on those apps and everything. So I mean,
Well, Pat, they're bringing in
surprised people aren't
probably
slinging
infinity
this.
now because of the demand has gone up and the supply has gone down. So they're probably bringing in whatever they want an hour.
But
at
gas,
this
you
point.
know what? It's the two things: it's gas prices. It's gas prices,
Yeah.
and it's
Gas
the
doesn't
fact that
help.
these work from home jobs exist, man. Like
Yeah.
they did everything they could to possibly throw
Fuck the
monkey
delivery.
wrenches inside the economy.
Fuck the delivery up.
And
yeah.
well, no, the whole supply chain, the economy, everything. We fucked ourselves with the stuff, like some of the stuff that we got used to over the last few years. And now it's like the chickens are coming home to roost or whatever the term is. And it's like,
Domino's
now you don't
deliveries-
have delivery drivers.
Domino's deliveries are down 11% this year. Pizza Hut's down 7%. But the supply or the demand's still going up, or like it's
Right.
it's high, so that's not good. Papa John's doing fine because they say they have premium price pizzas, so they don't have as many orders. So nice one, nice, real cool, Papa John's. Way to try to spin zone that no one's ordering your fucking food.
Yeah, it's definitely because it's better.
Yeah, it's because it costs more, so we don't need as many orders. We're like
Our pizza is elite.
we're like the Jaguars of
Yeah.
pizza delivery.
You might look at our pizza and say, "Where's the toppings?"
Yeah.
And that's a great
It's
question
underneath.
because they're underneath.
Papa John's
We do things
trying to get in on it, but they can't because
a
no
little
one's
bit
ordering it.
different here at PJ's.
They do have pretty good pizza, though. I mean,
it's a different class.
But they don't need to charge $20 a pizza, okay? The worker shortage paired with the increased demand for delivery is compounding the issue, and there's no easier, quick solution in sight. If people don't want to work as delivery drivers, then what are we going to have to do? Allow these Uber Eats and favors of the world to come get pizzas from the Pizza Huts and deliver them? Do you trust a third-party app that's not really associated with the pizza place to have a driver take care of your pizza?
Some of my favorite pizzas delivered via third party.
All of my pizza, every single one of my
You can't
pizzas.
seal
local
pizza,
pizzerias mostly by third
Here
party.
in North Jersey,
I don't trust Pizza Hut being delivered by a favor or Uber Eats. I'm sorry.
The Pizza Hut, the pizza fucks over here. Right. My pizza
right, yeah.
Northern Jersey pizza,
amazing local pizza scene too. I don't ever
pizza
order
and
from
barbershops, elite over there,
dude. I mean, absolutely. But there's no. I've never. Well, let me look at the window. No, and it's all pizza on this street. Yeah. No one has a lit up sign on top of their car. No one.
Right. Well, there is one.
Yeah, exactly.
Last option, as Pat mentioned earlier. How about these new delivery bots? And we may have played this first clip before in the show, but we're playing it again.
Launched the program within the last month, teaming up with restaurants to potentially deliver your next meal. Our Steve Campion takes us inside how these bots work, and he's live in the newsroom. Steve, we're fascinated by this.
Adam, me too. I recently was going down my street when I looked over to the left and I saw this giant bot. Then I saw a woman reach in the bot and grab her meal. Then the bot took off. Little did I realize
I thought it was delivering guns.
It's here.
On the sidewalk of the Southwest Freeway feeder, this remote piloted robot whizzed by this afternoon, headed to the mighty 13. Our television station's assignments manager, Jason Jobs, quick to step outside and grab the meal tucked inside the bot.
I mean, I'm stealing this fucking food all day.
It was inside Trendy Dumpling where this bot's journey began. Ling Wing, who goes by JoJo, is famous for her handmade creation. Earlier this year, the startup named Coco reached out to JoJo about bringing the delivery bots to her restaurant. She quickly fell in love.
So cute.
Did you watch it driving on the sidewalk? That was a little
shaky. The bot itself is run electronically. Human piloted, as you can see, it's fully LED'd, so nighttime. It's got front and rear lights, plus side lights and a flag light, so people can see it come in.
Joshua Hawkins with Coco says there's 5 cameras on board the devices.
Yeah, okay.
A pilot uses GPS to navigate it to the customer. Since their March 21st launch, things are looking good.
It's just one of the things
this is a person in a wheelchair's nightmare.
Because the flag, some people
they have to get off the sidewalk.
Yeah, because Coco's coming through. It's you can't really predict that.
Accidents do happen. You can't predict it. Well, okay. So did you notice people in Houston where it piloted earlier this year, the Coco robot, which has made it to Austin, by the way, in South Austin. Wes has seen them and took a video of one, I think. And we drove past one after the bowling alley, the station.
We saw one this last weekend. Wow.
Yeah, we saw them not moving, but like where they're like outside Bamboo Bistro. They have like 5 of them, like that lady's Asian dumpling place. Bamboo Bistro has 5 Cocos right by us. Anyways, they're freaking people out in Houston and Austin. But I don't know if you caught it. They said that they're remote controlled by humans. So let's see who's driving.
Drone operator.
Let's see who's driving these things.
Is a delivery robot, but there's a human controlling that. How does the actual product work on the delivery robot side?
Yeah, so we have a pretty extensive pilot training course. So if you want to work for Coco, you need a certain amount of equipment and internet connection, all this kind of stuff to be able to technically do the job. And then you go through Pilot Academy, and once you graduate from Pilot Academy, and we actually have a pretty not everyone graduates from Pilot Academy because it's not easy to drive these robots, right? I mean, people have been driving cars for a long time, and they'll sign up to drive for Uber Eats. So driving for a robot is quite different. We found a lot of success with people who grew up playing video games or might still play video games. It started with, it was me and my co-founder doing all the deliveries. And then we invited his girlfriend at the time, lived next door, and we got all of her roommates to help us drive. And then
sound like a couple of gamers over there, the girls.
Students at UCLA were doing it. And then they would invite their college friends who might be different parts of the country.
So they're fucking they're delivery guys. They're delivery
That's
drivers.
what delivery guys are going to do now. They're like, fuck the real car shit. I'm going to Coco it.
But It's just
I
any
smoke weed at home
bozo
and
trying
cocoa
to
it.
drive this thing over like fucked up sidewalks and highways. Like, good luck getting your pizzas from these things. Sorry, not gonna happen. My neighborhood's chock full of bullshit on the sidewalk, and no cocoa drivers getting around it.
Yeah,
it didn't happen.
Also, like, you're never getting laid. You're never getting paid.
No.
You're never getting weed. You never
No,
get
it's literally
beers.
the same job. It's just over a computer.
We're fucked. You got to go pick up your pizzas if you want them, fellas.
Yeah, it's gonna be coke. Your options are cocos or pickup.
This is going to make me get sober. And that's today's cup of coffee, which was brought to you by stamps.com. When you're running a small business, every second counts. You can't afford to waste a single moment. So why are you still taking time out of your day to go to the post office when you could be using stamps.com instead? What's up? What's up with that? Stamps.com. Why? It's dumb. Stamps.com makes mailing and shipping quick, easy, and cost-effective. Stamps.com saves you time, money, and stress. For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. Stamps.com gives you access to all the post office and UPS shipping services you need right from your computer. And get these discounts. Check these out. You can't find them anywhere else. How about 30% off USPS rates? And wait a minute, did this increase 86% off UPS?
My goodness.
It's disgusting.
That is disgusting. That's like the decrease in pizza delivery driving. Streamline your shipping process with Stamps.com's easy-to-use software. All you need is your regular computer and printer, no special supplies or equipment. You're up and running in minutes, printing official postage for any letter, any package, anywhere you want to send it. Plus, Stamps.com seamlessly works with Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, eBay. Ever heard of it? So whether you're an office sending invoices, an Etsy shop sending your products, or a warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com is mailing and shipping is this mailing and shipping solution for you. Stop wasting time and start saving money when you use Stamps.com to mail and ship. Sign up with promo code HARDFACTOR for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts there, folks. Just go to stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code HARDFACTOR, one word.
There you go. There you go.
Get in there.
Hey, guys, you guys ever heard of this white nationalist incel, Nick Fuentes? You ever heard of this guy?
Yes, I think so, yes.
I've heard the name. I don't know. I'm not familiar with his
picture of
work.
this tool to give you an idea.
Oh, he's the one. Yeah. No, this guy.
Look at those eyebrows.
He's a big time Putin guy. I remember this. He was like really pro Putin.
Did he have that rally?
Did
he have the
Ukraine
Putin rally?
invasion.
I think he might have.
He hosted the Putin rally where they were like getting Putin chant going.
I think that was the Putin chant guy. Yeah, Nick Fuentes.
He's a real
Putin
tool. And he has an interesting take that I thought I'd cover today. So he's a white nationalist, self-proclaimed incel. His name's Nick Fuentes. And on a recent episode of his podcast, the guy that thinks Charlie Kirk isn't conservative enough cleared the air about what it means to be an incel and definitely not gay at all. And this is just one of my favorite quotes of all time.
Wait, he calls himself an incel.
He's an incel. Yeah, he's an incel. And he's definitely not gay.
Involuntarily celibate and not gay.
But how can you be a self-proclaimed incel? Is he like hitting on like 5 girls a week and getting shot down?
It's a good point. Self-proclaimed sort of takes it away,
it's
right?
Involuntarily celibate. So how can you be self-proclaimed? Yeah, I don't get it.
He's just telling people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
all right, here's what he said, guys. People calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend. I think if anything, it makes me less gay. If anything, it makes me not gay as opposed to less gay. Not that there's any gay, but it makes me not gay. He went on to describe how he's never been in a romantic relationship or had sex with a woman, but is, quote, more heterosexual than anybody. If we're really being honest, never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman really makes you more heterosexual because, honestly, dating women is gay. And if you want to know the truth, the only really straight heterosexual position is to be an asexual incel. So
he didn't say all that.
Oh, yeah, he said that. I watched the video. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said that?
Yeah.
Now that's a confused man,
Now,
or
he
just
might-
a closeted.
He's in trouble.
He might have been
Yeah.
trolling, but he also
Is he friends with
absolutely
Madison
is an incel.
Cawthorn?
No,
Yeah.
Madison's not conservative enough for him.
Okay.
Madison fucks everything though, guys and
'cause
girls.
These
Yeah,
guys might
Madison
be in a
fucks it
similar
all.
boat.
Yeah, Madison fucks everything.
If it's near Madison's dick, it's getting penetrated.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. Everyone
Yeah.
knows that. Look at this
Wow.
guy. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting thing to say. I didn't really get
It's
it.
it's thought provoking.
But
No, it's not, no,
I'm
it doesn't.
sorry.
It doesn't make any
confusing.
sense.
well, I guess what he was saying.
The
what he was
most
trying-
heterosexual thing to do would be to never have sex.
what he
with
was
a woman
he was trying to
as a
explain
man.
is that sometimes gay dudes date chicks. Is what he was saying. It's like sometimes
Sure.
gay
No,
guys
that's
date
like-
women.
that's like a-
Sure,
that's like
but,
go
he's
out,
saying-
go out for drinks kind of thing. Like that's
He's
not
So
saying
like
ev-
early before they realize they're before they're out. Effectively.
right. But how would you get a
But not
a
everyone that
woman
dates girls is
without
gay.
dating them? He
What do
doesn't
you want from
understand.
this guy? What do you want from him? Okay.
To,
No, I'm-
to trim his eyebrows.
Yeah, definitely to shape him up, and then also to be realistic with yourself, Nick, because you're not being very heterosexual at all by
No.
refusing to date women. It's
Mm-mm.
the opposite of it, actually.
I think we
Yeah.
could end this guy's white nationalism bullshit by just getting him laid by probably a dude.
That's what we're talking about.
I mean, what does he want? That's the
Hands
problem.
up there.
I
He hasn't
think we
really
know what
made
he
it clear.
wants.
Yeah.
Will.
No, nobody understands, Nick. Nobody understands what you want. That's the problem, and that's why you have to keep explaining to yourself. And then you're like, why does everybody not get it? I'm just a heterosexual man that never has sex with a woman.
Well,
and then we're like, no, Nick,
yeah.
explain it again.
I don't know lots of asexual heterosexual
Yeah.
men. You're asexual. It's okay. You don't want to fuck
possible.
anything. That's okay.
It's possible he doesn't know what he wants.
No.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's Mark.
Dick-
Everybody
dick in his
knows he
mouth
doesn't know what
is
he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it's certainly a possibility, Pat, by the sounds of it, but I don't think he fully knows
No.
what he wants.
Very
Hey,
confused.
if you want dick in your mouth, put dick in your mouth. Okay, just
Yeah,
make sure the
go for it.
person whose dick it is has given you consent.
Right.
Nick.
Man, Trump's got a lot of
Go
like
for the dick, Nick.
Trump's got a lot of guys making some weird statements.
It's a catch-all.
about their personal sexuality.
Being a
right
Trump fan
before
is a catch-all.
midterms.
That's
He's got Nick in a pickle.
anyway.
Well, and
All right.
Madison. Those are both his boys. Those are that's his like campaign crew.
Yeah, there is an article that came out in the Times, I believe it was about Madison Cawthorn is not okay right now. Apparently, his inner circle.
Oh yeah, no shit.
His inner
He's
circle
not okay.
is he's being affected deeply by the attacks.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Oh,
I
no
mean,
kidding.
Wouldn't you though?
yeah,
I mean,
100%.
Guy,
He,
a guy
he's
who's
definitely not.
anti-gay, who had a video of him humping his friend's head, came out as being personally affected by.
I feel
the
bad.
attack.
I feel bad
Yeah,
for him.
no
Yeah, I feel
shit.
bad for him. I feel bad for him. He's a douche, but I feel bad for him.
You know who I feel bad for?
He's
The
been
people-
exposed to be a complete hypocrite.
The people of Italy, guys, because
Mm.
Jason Momoa, Aquaman, was in Italy recently filming Fast X, and I don't know what that means. I assume that means
Fast
10.
10, bro.
I assume that means 10
Too
in Roman
fast.
numerals.
Fast 9 just came out, bro.
Yep. Anyway, they've been filming in Italy, and Momoa and crew on some day off. So they went to the Sistine Chapel. Have you guys been to the Sistine Chapel?
Yes,
Did-
beautiful.
Where's it?
That's in
Rome.
Rome.
No.
It's the Vatican City.
No.
Well, okay. Well, Will, when you went, do you remember anything about it?
I mean, it's breathtakingly beautiful, and you're not allowed to take photographs inside.
No, you're certainly not, William. And I'm sure you waited on a long line.
Very
Why-
long.
Why can't you
extremely
take
long.
photographs? That sucks.
Well, it's like one of the rules. You can take photographs of my other Michelangelo stuff, but just not that room for whatever, because like too holy according to the.
It's also
Roman
their
Catholic Church
it's
or
their
whatever.
fucking it's their cash cow, bro. It's the money shot. You can't
Right,
have-
it's for the for the visitors. Yeah, it's definitely, and so you have to buy. You can buy books that have all of the paintings or whatever, but
Right.
they won't let you take pictures inside.
That took him a couple years, didn't it? Like 20 or something.
Mhm.
Well, plus with
Wow.
smartphones, this shit is. I mean, people are taking pictures. It's probably impossible. But I don't know how they police it or whatever.
well,
Now
they
it's
just say you can't do it.
Right,
But Momoa, Aquaman, he did it. He took some pics, guys, which is against the
Oh,
rules.
it's beautiful, bro.
He's just doing
beautiful.
selfies with a smile. he's doing a handstand, so his face is in
Mahalo,
it too.
bro.
Hey,
All right. Well, look, he did it, and Momoa apologized. You know, he's a very spiritual guy.
Yeah.
He's Hawaiian, probably, and he thought he'd even things out, right, with an Instagram post kind of setting things straight. And he did that over the weekend with a sweaty, sexy, nasty, hot, steamy apology from the gym. And right before, I didn't want to play the first part because Red Hot Chili Pepper playing in the background, but right before this, he was literally just doing bi curls and being like, look at, oh, I see that's where I tore it.
Oh,
that's
I'm so sorry, Wiser Curls. I want to apologize.
Yeah, no, okay. So here
he
we
has
go.
himself in his most sexy element.
Yeah.
Oh,
I always wanted to, now that I can, I, gave a wonderful donation to bring my friends and crew because we only had a couple days off to go experience these places. And then I found people really wanted to take pictures with me, which is very odd. That you're at the Vatican looking at all this splendor, and they want to take pictures of me, which I don't get, but regardless, I did. And so I was very respectful, and I asked for permission from what I thought would be okay. Hi. So I don't want to, I would never want to do anything to disrespect someone's culture. So if I did, I apologize. And that wasn't my intention. And I definitely paid to have that private moment. And given I
couldn't apologize with a shirt on.
Well, here's a shirtless video.
I love you. Sorry if I offended you. And
What a jackass.
my apologies. So today, I just want to be able to give you the last day's look. My favorite.
He couldn't put a shirt on to apologize.
The copy on the post was the cage is off. I'm free to roam. 6 weeks in surgery. We wrapped Italy. Just want to send my absolute admiration for the Italians and this beautiful country. Want to send apologize for any disrespect. I love your culture and your history, Italy. Italy, I fucking love you all. My aloha, Jay, at Just Jared, whoever that is.
Wow. What an apology.
Yeah. He was literally just ripping curls before that.
I gotta say, didn't mean it. Didn't mean it.
It's weird that people want to take pictures of me. Just flexes both biceps.
Right. Like, why would they want that?
Why'd they want what? It's so weird.
Don't get it.
Doesn't make a lot of sense that they want that.
While he's rubbing his body, he's like, pinching his nips.
I don't even want to work out this morning.
Come on, Mamoa.
So, anyway, short updates from around my brain and the internet, but that's about all I got.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Fast 10. I bet The Rock's pissed at him as his boy because
dude. Well, did you guys know what's going on with The Rock?
Refused to do any more Fast and the Furious.
Okay, well hold this on real quick. So The Rock is mad at Vin Diesel. Did you see? So Justin Lin?
Vin Diesel said he was unprofessional.
Justin Lin, who's my I fucking love Justin Lin because he made that movie Better Luck Tomorrow. If you're a Fast franchise fan, go see Better Luck Tomorrow because it's the fucking shit. And
Asian kids in high school.
Yeah, Justin Lin made this independent film. MC Hammer helped fund it, and when they were out of cash, like it's just such a beautiful independent film. And Lin got his essentially they threw him a throwaway movie with Tokyo Drift, the second Fast and the Furious movie, or the third one or whatever. And they were essentially like, okay, this is a straight to DVD piece of shit. And Justin Lin blew it out of the fucking water and then became Justin Lin, who does all the Fast movies.
Okay. Come on. You don't know anything about the Fast and the Furious franchise, and you're saying he blew Tokyo Drift out of the water?
No, it's like widely considered. One of the worst. I think like
probably the worst Fast and Furious movie.
Most people put it at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
some people think it's the best, but that's very much a minority of people.
Mark, if you really want to go, okay, or if you really want
Mark
to
is
know,
the fast. Mark,
I've watched the franchise maybe 6 times.
How they do in Tokyo, Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. Or whatever. What do you want me to say? It was good enough where he got the fucking gig to direct the biggest franchise in the world. Yes? No? Yes? Is that true?
Tokyo
Is that
Drift.
true?
Yeah, no,
because of Tokyo Drift? Yes. True. Because of Tokyo Drift? Yes. I think Omarion was in it. Anyway.
Stunk.
Point being.
No, it was little Bow Wow.
It was Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Point being, here he is, and fucking he quit the other day. Because Vin Diesel apparently is such a piece of shit to work with. That he literally quit. quit.
Wow.
He quit.
The
That guy
director
quit now,
quit.
too?
The director quit. He put down a $20 million paycheck. He said, "Nope, I'm out."
Shit.
Whoa.
Well, if The Rock and that guy are out, that means Vin Diesel's probably the problem.
Well, The Rock has been
Yes.
criticizing fucking Diesel. He because
Yes.
remember last year he was like, one of my candy ass co-stars is coming to set fat. He's talking about Vin.
Well, Vin Diesel called The Rock unprofessional. Then The Rock was like, "This is coming from you. This is insane. You know, like how dare you?
Right.
I am
And
very
they
professional
quit.
compared to you. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No one's more
Tough time.
any professional wrestler
franchise.
that's an actor is probably the most professional you're going to meet on set.
Well-
There's just no two ways about it. Because if you made it from fucking the WWE to the top of movie stardom, you got something going on.
I mean, The Rock is probably the biggest superstar in the world right now, and he actually could pull off an apology to Italy shirtless, unlike Momoa.
Right.
Yeah.
Rock would have been able to pull that off.
Momoa did pull it off, though.
Sort
I
of.
mean, technically. I mean, he did it.
I found it a bit offensive.
He did it. I'm sure many did. Many did, Mark. Many were upset. Vin Diesel looks horrible in that. That looks Photoshopped too, though.
Is Vin Diesel pregnant?
Stomach looks huge.
Hold on.
That's unprofessional.
Hold on. This picture I'm about to put up of The Rock is not real. This
The Diesel one was he?
He's so
this
jacked.
picture I'm about to put up could not be real.
It's like Iranian Hulk Photoshop.
This is not real. Hold on.
Look at this Vin Diesel. Oh
No, that's fake. That's obviously fake.
fake too. No way that's real. That Vin Diesel stuff.
That's real.
No, look
way.
look at the side of his. Look at the side. It looks like that's a Photoshop.
No, that's
buff.
real. But
No, that's a Photoshop error on the side.
But if you're fat, no, that's. But if you're fat like that, they
It's
just
Skinny
put his
Rock.
head on the Moana character.
Yeah.
Like, no, if you're fat like this Vin Diesel fat photo, by the way, Hard Factor, YouTube.com/Hard Factor News. If you're fat like that, you can lose that weight in a second because that looks
Yeah,
like
for sure.
he's
Well, he's
ripped.
jacked under the fat.
Yeah.
But I think that stomach is artificially
I'm with you, Will.
in that photo.
I'm with you.
Okay.
But I do believe that Vin probably came to set like totally hungover and
Yeah.
looking like trash and
He
not
shows
ready
up
to
late
go.
and hungover, and The Rock's there at 5 a.m. and he's calling.
Right,
him
and The Rock was
professional.
just like,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm ready to film. Why do we have to wait a
The source
week for you
said
to
this.
lose weight?"
The source of this, I've never seen anything like it. Lynn is giving up 10 or 20 million, a veteran producer said. Diesel shows up late to set.
Yeah.
He doesn't know his lines, and he's always out of shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, if that's the franchise, and you have to, because he basically is the franchise now of Diesel after the death of Paul Walker. So
It's tough because his lines aren't that
Yeah.
hard. It's like family is everything.
it's
not
not
like-
all about family.
He can write his own dialogue out
Yeah,
there.
it's not a lot of words.
No, it's not. You
That's
think-
why he's Groot. I guess.
Right. Well, I mean, everybody's still going to do well, but that spells trouble for the Fast franchise. Okay, fellas,
Well, this is the
moving.
last one officially.
Well,
So
they always. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always
They're
the
so
last one.
old.
they'll do a spin-off, but this is the
They'll do
last
something.
like Fast.
Tyrese will do something.
Yeah.
Baby boy.
Hope so.
Better luck tomorrow.
Fellas, yeah, watch it. But before we move on to the TikTok International moment, the last stories of the day. First, a word from our last sponsor of the day. And I've always heard buy low, sell high, right? When it comes to making money.
Yeah.
And right now, with the market sliding to new lows all over the place, it's a great time to think about how you're going to take advantage of that inevitable upswing when it does come, whenever it hits. And that's why I'm taking it out of my hands and putting it into the hands of Titan, the experts. All right. As you know from listening to this show, none of us are financial experts. And to make matters worse, as everyday investors ourselves, the cards have been stacked against us. We've been given access to this marketplace of stocks, but we're simply competing against institutional investors with unlimited resources. We're told to invest in the S&P 500 and be happy with the conservative average. But when you're wealthy and you have access to teams of experts, different types of portfolios, investment vehicles, and much more, you get way better returns. So growing your long-term wealth isn't something you can just DIY, and you shouldn't just sit back and shoot for average returns. You want to beat the market average. With Titan, you have a personal investment team that researches and invests for you so that you can aim to outperform the market while giving you a courtside seat to become a smarter investor along the way. Titan's explaining everything they're doing while they do it. With Titan, you get access to strategies similar to those in the 1%, where without having to be ultra wealthy or pay hefty fees. All it takes is just $100 minimum to get started. Deposit your money, select which of their portfolios you want to invest in, and that's it. And Titan's experts will give you updates about the market and decisions being made with your money. And you can even ask them questions inside the app if you have any. And now Titan's bringing their knowledge to expertly manage crypto portfolio as well. So they have flagship and 2 other portfolios in the stocks, and then also crypto portfolio. And so if you want to get into crypto, but don't know where to start, instead of trying to guess, let a team who eats, sleeps, and breathes crypto do the research and invest in this fast-growing asset class for you. Titan aims to grow your investment by at least 15% annually net of fees, which is means doubling your net worth every 5 years. So doubling your wealth every 5 years, which is pretty damn good. They're being so responsible with my money. I can tell you they haven't even put it into anything yet. I've invested some money with them, and they're holding it, waiting. The experts are waiting for the right time to invest in both the flagship and crypto portfolios for me. They're going to know better than me. They're watching it all day. I'm not watching it all day. I don't know what the right time to hop back in is. They do.
Right.
They have those 2 portfolios, 2 others available to accounts over 10K as well. Check out Titan if you want to aim to become the smartest, wealthiest investor you've ever been. So head to titan.com/factor to get $50 when you invest with Titan. You must go to this URL or you will not get that $50, and they won't know that we sent you. That's $50 when you go to titan.com/factor and invest with Titan. This is a paid partnership with Titan, and at the time of publication, I am not yet invested in Titan strategies. But as I said earlier, I'm going to hammer it with them once the experts let me know it's time to go. And I think that that's a responsible way that they're managing my money. Titan. So,
oh yeah.
Was that looking? Oh no, Diesel.
That one looks a little more real.
His belly button's so outy. That's fake.
That's so fake. That's a fat Vin Diesel face. All right, fellas, pack your bags.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Okay, we're starting this one off in one of the only Asian countries, or maybe the only Asian country, where medicinal marijuana is legal at the moment. And then we're headed east.
California.
Thailand.
No, Mark guessed it. And then we're headed east for a wild flight to go just slightly west from there to India, where laws may be getting a lot stricter instead of way more relaxed for many. But the good news first today, Bangkok, Thailand. Thanks to Dutch Hammer, Eric, everybody else out there who sent this one in. Really good news. The Thai government is handing out 1 million weed plants for free to its citizens just to celebrate the legalization of marijuana in the country.
That's a feel-good story right there.
Yeah, it's pretty much the best news possible for Thai people. Here is, and they announced it on Facebook. So here's a little excerpt from the May 6th Facebook post by Thai Public Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul. Anutin Charnvirakul. Yeah,
yep,
the public. That's the Thai Public Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul, and he says, "quote Open the stage for the public to show products, wisdom, and sell products from marijuana all over the country. No one can be intimidated. It's a free race. It's a free market. Just follow the law." Unquote. And that new law that Charnvirakul is referencing will take effect on June 9th. So 6/9, nice, of this year. And it states that Thai citizens are allowed to grow cannabis at home after notifying the local government of their intention of doing so. And so no limit on plants, number of plants or whatever. You can just grow it at home if you want to. And obviously companies can apply to sell it, in mass as well. So this is made possible by the legalization of medicinal cannabis in 2018 in Thailand. And then Minister Charnvirakul removed cannabis from the list of controlled narcotics in Thailand this February 2022. And now the newly approved business laws that take effect on June 9th come with 1 million free plants for citizens, who are also allowed to grow as many as they want in their homes, making it a truly free cannabis industry in Thailand, right, guys?
Oh no, you're gonna say something bad because this is so good.
Yeah, it comes with a big time string. Wait, Thailand put a very arbitrary, quote unquote, 0.2% THC limit on all weed. So it's not really a free market at all. It's a free market for those who they don't want to bust for whatever reason they want, saying that they're over
0.2%. That's pretty low, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Is it
it's weird. It's very low, but it sounds like something they're just going to use against people they don't like. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So at least they're giving out 1 million free plants and letting citizens grow, which is a great way to prevent future price gouging efforts, by the businesses that become dominant. But
it sounds like you can still probably get good weed there. You have to get it from
for sure.
The Thai government.
They're legalizing recreational marijuana.
This is sweet because we talked about it last week with the Thai cult. If you're not in a Thai cult, they have Bangkok, like you mentioned earlier, one of the coolest like nightlife city things, and then they have the beaches they made the movie The Beach after because they're so beachy. So now free weed, huge for tourism in Thailand. Great place.
Have you guys ever
tourists have to pay, but citizens can get free.
Thai stick?
It's big for Thailand.
Do you guys know about Thai stick?
Yeah, it's some kind of weed thing. It's like where they pack it's a weed preparation for smoking.
Yeah, it was the traditional method of layering and binding cannabis bud around a stick or a hemp stalk, treating it with hash oil, wrapping it in fan leaves to cure underground for a month, and then smoking it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're supposed to get you fucked up. More than 4,700 applications for licenses have already been reviewed by the Food and Drug Administration of Thailand since April. So it's good for Thailand. May have to try to get their soccer jersey. I'm wearing my Uruguay right now. This brings the world total of countries with completely legal marijuana for recreational purposes to 7. With, of course, Uruguay was the first, Canada, Mexico, Georgia, Malta, South Africa. Now Thailand will join that list on June 9th. While the list
nice place to retire to, Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand. Pretty good.
Are they under China's thumb at all? Are they going to get taken over by China?
Everybody in Asia is. Yes. While the list of medicinally and partially legal countries is over 50 now, if you include places like the U.S. and Spain, where both medicinal and recreational cannabis is like a bit of a gray area legally. So yeah, I mean, like better than NATO. Cool. The Weed League is way cooler thing to be a member of.
The Weed League.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
We were going to connect, but then we forgot.
Yeah.
We'll do it next week. We'll play next week.
We love capitalism so much that we let people buy and sell a fucking plant. Okay, yeah. Now let's fly to India by heading east so we can see what else is going on all over the globe. And now that we're in the plane, fellas, thanks to Clara Taplin on Instagram. She sent this in. I'm just going to play you guys the sound that a black hole makes. It was recently captured by NASA at the center of the Perseus galaxy cluster. Here it is. It's just the sound of infinite gravity that can suck in and kill entire stars.
It's going to hurt our ears?
Probably. And then I'm going to read you haunting news while it plays. So here it is. That's a black hole. And while the haunting noise is playing, it's time to let you know that not only has an unnamed oligarch allegedly been recorded saying Putin is very sick with blood cancer and he hopes that he dies. Also, there's reports of coups inbound against Putin. On top of that, add this. Multiple outlets have reported that President Xi Jinping of China is suffering from a brain aneurysm. And he's opting for traditional medicine over modern therapeutics like his buddy Vlad with the antler blood. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all that news.
We always said Xi was
black hole.
We always said Xi was smarter than Putin.
Yeah, maybe not, Mark.
No, he's getting traditional medicine over antler blood.
Maybe not.
That sound is bad.
Infinite gravity. Yeah, could kill anything. Could kill anything. Yeah, including Xi and Putin. Even they're not powerful enough to withstand the power of the gravity.
I think it's proven that it doesn't take a black hole to kill those two idiots.
Yeah. Xi's apparently been pulling the Biden campaign strategy over there of just never going outside during COVID. So while all of this, the health of both leaders is all speculative and the frog of war certainly applies, I think probably are going to have to shake up the world power rankings again. So
they got to drop.
Xi is currently at number 2. I think
dying makes you drop.
Yeah. I mean, well, Vlad's already on the bubble because of all the rumors, and Xi at number 2. I mean, he is very susceptible there. Also, Apple They're sliding down from number 6. No chance.
The Saudi company's now more profitable than Apple. They're number 2, so we have to shift. that. Like Apple's not the number 1 company
Apple's got to go at least below 8, which is where MBS and the Saudis are.
They gotta go
I
up.
think the president of the United States is just off the list at this point. I think you might have to bring up global banking organizations.
Yeah, they got to go up.
And just and
BlackRock and Citadel and
Right.
Saudis up.
Yeah, so there's a lot of shifts. Patreon.com/hard factor. We'll probably update it on there at some point. Last little mention on the in-flight entertainment, fellas. The air car has been approved as airworthy by the Slovak Transportation Authority, making it allowed to legally fly in the EU airspace now. Although it still costs $500,000 to $1 million to get.
Isn't this just a plane? Why is it called the air car?
Because those wings can fold up inside the car.
Okay.
Like it looks like a car on
It's
land.
just a glider.
Yeah, I mean, but like 500
Well, it
grand,
can fly.
$1 million bucks is nothing when like you got like Tekashi 6ix9ine having all these Lambos. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah,
like little Wheezy is talking about how like kings of other countries are just like, what kind of Lamborghini you want, right? And they're just giving, like, you know, this is great. So many people are going to have these things.
Yeah, no, I mean, the air car
rappers.
is badass. I'm excited that it's legal in Europe now. And speaking of the EU, Finland and Sweden are looking likely to join NATO now. Definitely Finland. If the health rumors are true for Putin and Xi, it has been a bad week for the Antifa League.
Good.
And yeah, right. And speaking of China and the frog of war, we've landed in India, fellas, and that's China's constant potential border war rival. For our last international story of the day. From Uttarakhand state in India, where Indian parents are doing what many drunk baby boomers threaten to do on a weekly, maybe even daily basis in the privacy of their own homes or at local neighborhood bars. And that is suing their children for not giving them any grandchildren. So they went ahead and did it. Sanjeev Ranjan Prasad, 61, and his wife, Sadhana Prasad, 57, are seeking 5 crores of what is that, rupees in India, which is the equivalent of $650,000 US from their son and daughter-in-law on grounds of quote unquote mental harassment following the failure of the couple who's been married for over 5 years to give them any grandchildren at all.
That's a crore a year.
Exactly. Well, it's expensive, they said. The parents stated that they have spent the sought sum on their son's quote unquote education and upbringing. And obviously for them, the investment hasn't produced the desired results at all. Sanjeev said, "We got him married in the hope we would have the pleasure of becoming grandparents. It has been 6 years since their marriage. 6. It feels as if
how long do they have to travel, you know?
Everything, we have nothing." So, I mean, what do you guys feel about Sanjeev? You think he's got a case here? I mean,
did they ask if their son or daughter-in-law has difficulties conceiving?
I don't think they care, Mark. Sanjeev sent his son to learn how to become a pilot in the United States in 2006 for $65,000. And then after that, he took his son back during the recession in 2007 to 2009 while his son looked for a job and finally found one. Then he paid for his son's 2016 wedding reception. He got the couple, the young, nice couple, an $80,000 car.
Do I have to fuck his wife?
An $80,000 car.
An $80,000 car.
Does
and
it
he
fly?
paid. Hey,
Yes.
Pat, no, it doesn't, but it should for a price like that. And he paid for
Got
a
enough seats for a
honeymoon
grandkid
abroad.
in it.
Paid for a honeymoon abroad, fellas. Meanwhile, the son and wife allegedly don't even live in the same city in India.
So
and
his son's gay.
And she refuses to come and stay
His
with
son's
them.
Nick
Real
Fuentes.
shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
she can be real annoying too.
Yeah, no, his son's gay.
Something's going on. Sanjeev has had enough, and he laid down the hammer when he told local media, quote, "We want a grandson or a granddaughter within a year or compensation because I have spent my life's earnings on my son's education," unquote. And shockingly to many fellas, the local court has accepted the case and scheduled it for a hearing in the city of Hardwar. The son.
We don't care that the parents hate each other and don't live in the same city and can't get along. We want them to bring a child in to their world.
The son, Shrey Sagar, 35, pilot, thanks to his dad, and daughter-in-law, Shubangi Sina, 31, have not replied to requests for comment from several international news sources. And if the parents win, it could set off a landslide of these cases all over the globe.
Oh, many
birth rates plummeting.
Many old Indian people are like, just win.
Exactly. Birth rates are falling to their lowest every single year. It's about half of what it was in 1950 at 17-ish births per 1,000 people per year right now. Experts predict that it's going to continue to decline. And if this shit ever came to America, all hell would break loose, because there are lots of parents that would do this.
Do you think my parents would?
I don't know. There's lots of fucking angry parents that would do this.
Oh,
there was like, if these Indian parents win, it's gonna get other parents, because like,
better keep an eye on this case.
Japan, China, all these countries have birth rate declines, and I'm sure the parents aren't happy. So it's like it's crazy. It's the first one, and we'll see what happens. But
I think it's pathetic that this is even being heard in court.
I think it'll get laughed out, but you never know.
We'll see.
You never know. It is India. All right, and that's going to do it for Hard Factor today. It is wheel time. Bringing it up.
Bring up the wheel.
No, Will, we just finished your section.
It's wheel time.
Oh.
WHEEL. Here we go. A cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be
Pat.
Now, Pat, I think Wes said that he would take it.
Oh, really? He owes me a favor. I'm the one that volunteered to take his coffee, but yeah, I guess you can work that out with him.
We'll make
Shouldn't he owe me one?
Who knows?
Whatever.
Who knows out here?
Wheel is life. Oh, and I'm starting another TikTok.
There you go.
Streak.
You can follow up on that case if it gets moving.
Yeah, I don't know when the date is. I was trying to look for the date. Nobody had the date, but yeah. I mean,
you can totally pass that off on Wes.
Oh yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It's super interesting though. I can't imagine like if the parents were to win, like, or if anybody was to win one of those cases in any country, it would just set off like it would be insane. So that'd be crazy. But that's all we got today. Hope this Monday doesn't suck as bad as many do. Thank you for listening as always. But most importantly, have yourself a great fucking day.